Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I'm Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I'm a lecturer in the university. I'm a sociologist. On this channel, I do a number of stuff. For all the stuff I do on this channel, you can cluster them into four: sociology, research, relationship, and migration. Meanwhile, are you subscribed onto this channel? If no, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and click subscribe on the screen right now. Tap subscribe on the screen right now to subscribe to this channel for wonderful content. The video you are viewing today is best regarded as a table shaker. Controversial topic, but I'm prepared to take on the topic because it's a very special one. Many people don't talk about it on social media. Many people don't talk about it even on YouTube. But I think it's a very important issue that should be addressed head on. And from my position as a sociologist, a researcher, I think I have tremendous capacity to engage this topic. Please view this video to the end and view this video with an open mind. Now let's dive into it. Rape in marriage. Is there anything like spousal or marital rape? Is there anything like rape in marriage? People say, well, I'm married to the woman. She's my wife. I can have sex with her anytime I want, anyhow I want. Nobody can say there is rape in marriage. Well, let's go into this video and see. Let's start with what is rape actually. Simply put, I know there are legal ramifications, there are different things, but simply put, rape is sexual intercourse with someone without consent. Carnal knowledge of somebody without consent. Having sex with somebody without the consent of that individual being made love to or having sex with. So once there's sexual relation, once sexual intercourse, carnal knowledge, without consent of the other party that is that is in the picture, then that is rape. A man having sex with a woman without the consent of the woman, that means the woman is being raped if there's no consent. But in marriage, while this is less problematic in the public sector, but what about the marriage? Marriage means these people are married, legally joined together or culturally taken, traditionally taken to be married. Rape generally is an abominable act. It shouldn't be heard of in human society. Unfortunately, many women have accused their husbands of rape. In developed countries like the United States, Canada, Australia, EU, they have been accused, there have been prosecutions of husbands who are accused of rape by their wives. Because in these developed countries, rape, even in marriage, is considered criminal. Laws of developed countries like the United Kingdom, for example, prohibit rape, even in marriage. That means husbands must have the consent of their wives. So once a wife accuses the husband of rape, it doesn't matter whether they are married or not, the man can be prosecuted. But in many poor countries, many underdeveloped countries or developing countries, for example, in Africa, in Asia, in the Caribbean, Latin America, many of these places, there have been no conviction. Even in these countries, in these continents that I have mentioned, everything is cultural. And they believe with the culture, there's no rape in marriage. And the laws of these underdeveloped countries or developing countries like Africa, Asia, Latin America, Caribbean, and the rest of them, the laws do not criminalize rape in marriage. According to these continents, there's no rape in marriage, and everything is hidden under culture and tradition. So what do we now do? So while there are battles in developed countries, like the United Kingdom, for example, there have been battles over the years, legal battles. Civil societies have been battling the system that there should be rape even in marriage. But in these poor countries, underdeveloped countries or developing countries, of these continents I've mentioned, including Africa and Asia, Latin America and the Caribbean, all of these places, everything is still within the culture. So no criminalization of rape in marriage. In fact, in some of these continents, no rape in marriage. But why there's no, while we cannot say there's law criminalizing rape in marriage, I believe we still have to talk about this. Rape should still be avoided. Once there's no consent, I believe a woman should be left alone. Even though the law does not say there's rape in marriage, from my experience, the women should have the right to refuse sex on legitimate grounds. While there's no law, I think women should not be raped in marriage. When technically, legally, we cannot use the word raped, I think women should not be forced to have sex, whether in marriage or outside marriage. You ask me why? Because a lot of women, are being subdued, are being forced, are suffering in silence. Many women believe they are being raped, whether you like it or not, from my research. Whether in Africa, Asia, or all over the world, many women believe they are being raped, yet they are not protected by law. Even if a woman should go to the police station and say, well, my husband is raping me, even the police are the first people to be making jest of the individual. Even in communities, community leaders will believe it's an abomination to say your husband is raping you. And many women are suffering in silence. They are not protected by the law. Let me tell you something. We now know in gender studies and rape studies that husbands are the most dangerous men in women's life. Husbands are recognized sociologically as the most dangerous men in women's life. Not even outside. Because when these things happen, it's just within the marriage and nobody talks about it. And this is very, men now rape their wives with impunity. And men have immunity to rape their wives. Culturally, that's the problem in many developing countries. Men have immunity to rape their wives with impunity. So marital rape, spousal rape goes on with impunity in marriages. And men say, well, go and tell anybody. How can you say I rape? Did they not pay right price? No, please, that's not good. Men and women should have right to refuse sex for legitimate reason. Women only want to be pampered. Take it from me. No. If a woman is married to a man, why would the woman say she doesn't want to have sex with a man? You should ask the question. This is a woman that men would, over many years, would courtship, with dating. Why is it suddenly that the woman is saying, I don't want sex? Questions should be asked from such women. There may be legitimate reasons. And women should have rights to say, I don't want to have. It doesn't mean when a man just have erection, you just carry the thing and you want to shoot it inside. The woman should also have the right to be pampered. When a woman says she doesn't want sex, the man should be able to control his body and ask questions and get the woman. Let me tell you something. If a woman is very interested in a man, if a man is playing his role as well as possible, the woman will be the one to be pursuing the man with sex. Go and find out. If a woman is really well taken care of, not bullied, not harassed, not intimidated, well taken care of, the woman will be the one to be telling the man, you have not had sex in a while. Why not come and have sex? Yes, I'm telling you what I know. So when a woman is saying, I don't want sex, there's no need to rape, to force that woman in that marriage. Give her some time, attend to her, pamper her. She's not a slave. Show love. Women only want to be pampered, not to be raped, not to be forced. They just want, for a woman, sex is a complement. It's a complement of other things. Sex is something like, for a man, sex can be an isolation. You just have erection, you just want to shoot it inside. But for a woman, she wants to be pampered. Sex is expressive for women. But for a man, it's an action. It's not an activity for a woman. It's an expression. So you need to pamper the woman rather than raping the woman. We saw a lot of women in Africa, in Asia, Latin America, Caribbean, and all over underdeveloped developing countries are belabored. They are overworked. They are overbullied. They are tired. They are subdued. Sex is seen as punishment for many of them. And this must be said. Sex is seen as punishment for many women, subjugation for many women, bullying for many women, unloved activity for many women. They are tired. Chores, crisis, cost of living, patriarchy, gender suppression and domination. So these are the issues. And yet, men appear not to care. They just simply want to keep having sex, even when the sex is an expression. Sometimes sex from men can be an expression of hatred or subjugation or punishment. Sometimes women will say, well, I've had one and I'm fine. The man will say, no, you must have 2, 3. Why? There's time for it. If the woman says she doesn't want sex today, there's another time. So men should be considerate. Though women too should be considerate. Sex should not be weaponized by women. Yet, men tend to rape the women too much. Maybe rape by definition in this time may not be legal, but for me, socially, once a woman does not give consent and a man decides to have his way by all means, including by force, that's socially rape for me. And it's not good for the relationship. That marriage may not end well. Well, men should consider their women. Women should consider their men. And I wish you well in the relationship. Well, it's a table shaker. Feel free to drop your comments and I will engage with you on this. Thank you very much and subscribe to the channel. And share as widely as possible. Bye for now.